What is up, guys? It's Aaron, aka Snipe474 here. How y'all doing today? And I just want to start off by saying, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about Titanfall, of course we are. And I just want to get straight into it and talk to you about competitive. Now, competitive gameplay and competitive games and kind of MLG events and things like that have been rampant in the gaming industry for quite a while. They've been pretty successful, I want to say, especially in the last 10 years. Before that, they were still in existence, but they were never as popular as it is now. I mean, every kind of person who is even remotely familiar with video games knows about MLG and competitiveness. I don't know how it came about, but I'm kind of glad it's here. I don't personally kind of watch it too much, but I do know of it and I have seen it and I do know about it in that sense. However, I was talking to a friend the other day who plays Titanfall quite a lot. He plays a lot more than me. And he was talking about competitiveness and competitive nature within the game. Now, to me, Titanfall is great, not because it's competitive, but because of the opposite reason of that. The game is very, very casual. It's fun. It's one of the only fun FPS games out there at the moment. You can't get many new releases which is basically geared only to fun. People in the community generally don't take it seriously. They don't try hard all the time, and Respawn Entertainment did a sterling job, like I said in the previous video. However, there's a flip side to that, which is competitiveness. Now, the thing with competitiveness or kind of MLG events, if Titanfall were to get into that scene, it would change the game dramatically, because we saw what happened with Battlefield and we saw what happened with Call of Duty. As soon as the MLG events and kind of the professional gaming came into play and came into existence and kind of took this huge chunk out of the community, the developers changed the game so much that the casual player couldn't play anymore and it couldn't have fun. For example, when I jump on Call of Duty every now and again, I don't have fun, and that's kind of the main reason why I stopped playing, to be honest. However, once they go down that route and they start to cater to a specific group of people, such as, you know, the quote-unquote the MLG gamers or the esports players or whatever, when they start making games and adding features which is specifically for those guys, then the rest of us get screwed over. Now, I don't want that to happen with Titanfall. I mean, if they do want to enter the competitive scene, which is, by the way, a huge thing to do for a game, especially a new game and a new gaming company and new developers, which is Respawn Entertainment, that would be a huge step for them. And it would get their popularity up, they would get more sponsorships and this and that, they would get their name heard. So it is, in all essence, a great thing for them. However, the casual players like you and I, we get screwed over, and I don't want that to happen. However, if they do plan on going down that route, I just want one thing and one thing only from them. Do what some video games have done in the past, such as Black Ops 2, where they make a separate playlist for competitive. And that's it, really. That's my only thought on the matter. MLG isn't a bad thing. I don't hate it. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't follow it that much. However, if it were to transition over to Titanfall, I would be okay with it as long as they kept it separate. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, watching and listening to this, and I want to remind you to go into the description below, check out all the information there, and donate whatever you can, because every single penny makes a difference. It might not be much to you, but one penny to somebody else is a big deal, because it's more than one penny they had yesterday. So donate whatever you can, check out the information in the description below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Snipe474, and I'm out.